Come on in, family. Come on in. Come on in, family. Come on in. We live with no jive. Live with no jive. We in this thing looking fresh, looking fly. In your case, you looking beautiful, gorgeous. I'm sure the guys would agree. I'm sure the guys would agree. Family, we live today. We live. We're doing this thing live. All the way live. What's going on with you, Miss Beloved? What's going on with you?
None much. Ready to dive into the meat of this. I'm wondering what you got for me. You know, you're always pulling something out that hat. Something out that hat.
Man, I check this out. I got this video. Now you gonna trip out on this here. You gonna trip
Oh,
out. Now I don't know if this a show or something or what is this a skit. But you know, people always like, man, that's a skit, man, that's a skit. But trust me, this shit happen in real life.
oh my goodness.
This
Let's.
happens in real life. I'm telling you that right now. This happened in real life. But we're gonna check out the video, man.
I better hold on to my heart.
I appreciate you, and I know that you will fight for me and will let it work. I know, but I can't say yes right now. I'm sorry, Eddie. I'm sorry.
What the fuck?
But why does it matter, like, with the time? Why does that matter?
Clay, don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay. We good? Come on, baby. Thank you.
You're so very welcome.
Thank you.
You're beautiful.
Oh no. Hell to the no, no, no. You already know.
That boy wait,
Honey,
that
honey.
boy waited till the final hour. He said
No.
that
No.
boy waited till the final hour.
And then she comes out almost begged to get him to change his mind, practically. You know, I mean, it was subtle. But and then come down and hugs and kiss his mama. Man, ain't nobody in that audience be getting no hug and kisses from me. Matter of fact, his ass wouldn't still be standing up there. That's for real. You already know that's the real. Like, couldn't you have thought about this before the wedding? Couldn't
That's
you
what I
have
want to
thought
say.
about this?
How long you been that? How long this been on your mind, man? How long you been
Man,
thinking that you don't want to marry this one?
man, that's right.
But I
Like
guess I guess
at
he
the
waited to
bachelor
the
party,
uh-huh.
something.
I guess he waited till the last minute and said, you know what, man, it's best for me to go and do this red nine. It's
Really.
it's best for me to go and do a red nine. Cause and you know what? Because I've been in a situation where women like to get married real quick. They do. That's the
They
first
got
thing happen when a woman start feeling you. They start talking about marriage right out the gate. Shit, it could be 2 weeks y'all in a relationship, and she already trying to show you wedding rings.
right.
Trying to show you.
What they
Talk
got to
about.
do in China?
I'm just saying. And then she probably like, you know what? I want to get married. Why you ain't asked me to marry you? Why you ain't proposed to me? So dude probably like, you know what? All right, yeah, you seem like a good woman. You seem like you this, She might cook, she might clean, she might be good at bed, she might be a hustler, she might be whatever he liking, man. But he, so so he said, you know what? The hell with it. Yeah, yeah. Let's get married. She done twist his arm some kind of way.
That woman ain't twist his arm. He's a coward. And that's what a coward does. Do you know all the money those people done spent? If I was in her wedding, she might have been
See, that's why
nice,
I don't, man. Let me tell you something.
but
If
I beat
one
his ass.
man, let me tell you, if somebody asked me to be in their wedding, I ain't finna be in your wedding, bro. I ain't finna be in your wedding. I ain't finna buy no tuxedo. 'Cause I already know this bullshit ain't probably finna last but a few years, man. I am not finna be up out of no money at all. I promise you that. Don't aim ask me. I don't want to be the best man. I don't want to be nothing in your wedding. Just
Man,
if
that's excuse.
anything, I might buy you a case of beer or something, for your wedding or something. I might donate some, but I ain't finna spend no
So,
money. No, no, hell no.
so the best way you gonna avoid this is not being a wedding. Hell with that. If I was standing in that wedding, walking, all the rest, I hope I was the last one. Or maybe it would have been better for me to be the first girl in line. Because I'm telling you, when I would have got there, I would have punched him straight in his face. That would have been in it. All this money I done spent, my hair, my
But
shoes, my nails. Are
but
you serious?
you gotta
Somebody
look
get
at it.
married today.
No,
Oh yeah.
you gotta look at a different way though. You
No.
gotta look at a different way. Just think, a lot of times these women, they be want to marry a dude that they family know that th- this is a bum. This is a bum. And she's twisting her family arm and constantly telling them, why y'all not support me? Blah, blah, blah. This the man I choose to be with. This the man I want to be with. And then they probably constantly arguing about this him, going back and forth. And then after a while, their parents say, you know what? Hell with it. If this the man you choose and we supposed to pay for the wedding, then go ahead and get married. But deep down inside, they know they don't want to marry. And obviously, this is what's happening because the parents not upset, the friends not, ain't nobody upset. Because you know why? They didn't want her to marry this fool in the first place.
People are trying to keep face. They know pictures are going, cameras are going, everything on social media. So let's do this the nice, cute way. Hell to the no. I would have did it the straight way. I would have punched him in his face. I'd have slapped him
But
so
what
hard.
if you ain't, hey, what if you didn't like this? Go ahead.
I'd have hit him so hard he would have saw next week.
But what if you ain't
That-
like him in the first place?
What?
What if you didn't like him in the first place? What if that was a man that your daughter chose to be with?
Mm-hmm.
You told her straight out the gate, he ain't worth a damn. He's a sleazeball. And she's just adamant about marrying this dude. She's adamant. And what you gonna do? Not show up to the wedding? You're not gonna support her with the wedding?
What that got to do with my money?
Yeah, but
It's,
okay,
at this point, it ain't
okay.
even out. He didn't want to marry her
So,
because,
so
like you say, even if
right,
he wasn't a slime ball, he a slime ball now.
all right. So if you know a dude is bad for your daughter and you just spend a bunch of money, you know that he's a bad dude. He could be abusive. He could be a bum. He could be a whatever, a womanizer. He could be a cheater. He could be whatever. So just because you spent the money, you would still want her to get married, even though you
No,
go out.
no,
Well,
because
that exactly.
that
That's why these people is not upset with him.
if all we wouldn't have even been having a wedding. We would have never got to that point if he was that bad. So
Right?
let's
But
talk about that. I
you
wouldn't have
did.
been involved. Just like you said, there's some parents that don't go to the wedding. I
So
would
you
have
would have.
been that parent. I'm not showing up. I'm not coming. Are you losing your mind? Why would I come?
Well, what if what if you don't come and then you got to deal with your daughter?
And
Then what you got to do? So then that puts a strain on a relationship between mother and daughter. What if
no,
the
I
dude
wouldn't
is
have.
up?
Because see what
And,
he just did? She
and
would have
what?
been calling me on the phone and say, Mom, guess what he did? I already knew he was going to do that. That's why I told you not to marry.
I mean, man, look. If I already got the money for you, and I say, well, I'm gonna pay for my daughter wedding. If I already got the money and I spend all the money, and here she don't get married, I ain't worried about the money because that's what the money was there for anyway. Now, if you talk about doing a second wed, that's on you. I ain't fit to
Kevin,
pay for nothing.
get out of here.
But
You know,
if I
you
know,
know. Okay, you done spent $50,000 and this fool says he don't want to get married. And you can't get any of your money back. Think about it. Food has been prepared, limousines,
man, look,
dresses.
I'd rather go through that than force her to get. I mean, if I especially if I don't like it, if I don't think he's a good dude, man, I ain't worried about the money. I'd rather be, hey man, this shit didn't work out. It blew up in your face, like I said it was. The money I was gonna already spend the money on you anyway. That's basically your money. So hey, you did what you wanted to do. You effed it up and kept messing with the dude after I told you leave the dude alone, and there you go. But hell, I ain't gonna be married now. I mean, yeah, what can you do? I mean, what can you
But,
do?
but come
You can
on
go
now.
with the same.
You gotta show some accountability for him. Like, dude, this ain't just come in your mind. You had plenty of time. You had weeks before all this was being done. When we was looking at the cake, when we were looking at picking out facilities. Like, come on, you had plenty of time to say this wasn't what you wanted.
Man, I
Come
ain't finna
on, that
cancel this.
is
I'm not,
devastating.
listen, I'm not gonna be canceling this fool on man. You shouldn't deal my dog, man. Listen, bro.
But
It
don't look
is what it
like
is.
there.
It is what it is, man.
Don't look
Yeah.
like her father was there because I don't see it going that smoothly if her father was there.
I
There
ain't,
would have been a
man, I'm not
conversation.
I ain't finna beat you up to be with my daughter. Listen,
Well, you not that.
because the thing about it is, if I felt that kind of way, I wouldn't have never spent the money anyway. I wouldn't even been paying for no wedding.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
I
just
ain't finna pay for no wedding anyway. Me,
it's just the hurt. You just to me, you just don't do that to somebody. And you like you say, you always say we're emotionals. So my emotions would have been on 10. I'm telling you. My emotions, I could not have been as graceful as she was and those ladies walking behind her. I'm sorry. That's just too much to put somebody through all that. That's just unnecessary and too much. If you have doubts, man, he could have said that before he even walked out. He could have sent one of his workers out this, one of his boys, his best men or somebody, and say, hey, he's had another thought.
you know what happened a lot of time in these situations? Things were probably going good. They had probably making plans, the wedding, uh, the reception, all that stuff. And all of a sudden, somebody probably came back. He probably circled back, and somebody came back into his life, and now he probably started messing with somebody else. And
That's probably
now, yeah, that's probably what happened.
that's even worse
That's
because that's
probably what happened.
devastating. This woman did nothing to deserve this, and even in a last effort, she tried to change his mind. That's just too much.
I don't know why
He
she
needed his
did that.
ass whooped. I'm
I,
sorry.
man,
You can say what you want. He needed his ass whooped. You just being nice. He needed his ass whooped.
I mean,
Yep.
I tell you what, man, I know some people he wouldn't have made it out that thing, bro. It's some people, bro.
Exactly. One of
No,
those.
no. But
Yeah.
me, man, I ain't finna be worried about that,
Yeah.
man. I mean, come on, bro. All right, I ain't finna whoop your ass because you don't want to marry my daughter. I
It's
ain't
not
finna do
even
that.
about not
I'm out
marrying,
the money, but the money wasn't for him anyway. The money was for my daughter.
but
The
also
money,
the embarrassment, the hurt. Do you know how devastating that will be for her? Even if she meets another man and he wants to marry her, do you know how she gonna be traumatized? That
I
is
listen.
disgusting.
Hey, listen. I rather now than then. They got kids. They got a house. They got all that stuff together, and then it's gonna be a mess.
None
This
of that.
ain't nothing but a few dollars, and then that's it.
I
But
get all that. I get all that. All that you're saying
yeah,
is, but my point is, why couldn't he have done this at
but he
an
did
earlier
though.
time?
But the problem is he did, and so he didn't do it. So then you have to deal with it accordingly. Ain't no
Well,
juice in
shit.
whooping nobody ass because they don't want to marry your daughter, and plus it probably gonna save you a lot of money in the long run. So that's how you gotta look at it. But
Well,
I get your
apparently she
point,
looked
cause it's
at.
a lot of dudes they ain't finna play that shit. As soon as he would have said no, that would have been it. That would
Well,
have
she
been it. Just
apparently that's the way they looking at it because they're walking out gracefully. She hugging people, saying bye. No.
yeah, that would have been it for that fool, man. That would have been it, man.
But she stayed pretty though. You see, she made sure them lashes stayed in order and no tears messed up her makeup. So give her credit for that.